I would now like to introduce Khaing Zar Aung is the president of the Industrial Workers Federation of Myanmar. She is also an executive member of the Confederation of Trade Unions in Myanmar. When we sat down for lunch yesterday, we calculated that she has been to over 20 countries in the last 3 years, talking to people about life under the military occupation. Khaing Zar was in Germany when the coup took place and has not been able to return to her birth country so far. But she has recently, just this month, been awarded the Arthur Svensson Prize for International Trade Union Rights, a huge honour. And I'm very glad that she's here today. Khaing Zar. Right, welcome to London, welcome to the legendary 100 Club. So just tell us, for people who aren't aware of it, what is the Confederation of Trade Unions of Myanmar?
We are the National Trade Union Center in Myanmar. We represent workers from agriculture, construction sector, manufacturing sector, transportation sector. When I say transportation, we have members from railway and inland water transportation and bus driver. Yes, we also have a teacher union, and we also have a member from public sector. So we represent them in Myanmar.
How many workers are we talking?
We could return to Myanmar in 2012. Before that, we were an underground movement because of the military dictatorship. But we could return to Myanmar in 2012, and we organized workers, and now we represent 66,000 workers in Myanmar.
66,000 people, thank you.
Yes.
And how did you become a trade unionist? Like, I understand when we spoke yesterday, you started working in a garment factory when you were 16.
Yes.
And how did you get from there to here?
Yes, I started working at my age, 16 years old, because I needed to support to my family, because we were under military rule at the time, previous military rule at the time. So everybody in Myanmar, most of the people, ordinary people, are so poor. We can't make enough money to feed the family. So at my early age, I need to work to support my family. I have witnessed forced labor, child labor in the garment sector, and harassment against women physically and sexually. But we did not have any help from anybody. At that time, there was no trade union in Myanmar. So workers who don't want to face this situation, they have to quit from the factory. But in another factory, they face the same thing. I was so unhappy about that. And I also noticed that the children cannot go to school because of the garment workers and the workers and very little money at the time. For example, for me, I started working from 7:30. I finished work at 10 p.m. When I got back home, 11:30. I did not have one day off in a week, but in a month. But sometimes I don't have a day off, even in a month, because we are asked to work on this day off by the supervisor, saying that order need to be shipped urgently. So, but I earn only $10 per month at the time, per month. That is not enough even for one person. We have to pay the rent, we have to eat ourselves, and we have to support our family. When we are getting sick, we cannot go to clinic. So that was the situation of the people at the time when I was young. I was like, why we have to live like that? That doesn't make sense at all to me. I could not find what is meaning of the life. So I was so unhappy at the time. And I migrated to Thailand and to work on garment factory also. At that time, I earned $150 per month without working overtime. Only I cross a river, but I can receive $150 per month without working overtime. I was, why? Then I have a trainee from my organization at the time called FTUB, Federation of Trade Union Burma. The organizer told us, I remember until now, he explained, we are so poor. Why? Because we are under military dictatorship. The dictatorship destroys health system, education system, destroy economic also. And they let people struggle for the survival, for their life. So the people cannot think to against the dictatorship, cannot do anything, don't have time to against the dictatorship, so that they can rule the country for many more decades, maybe century. So first time in the training, hear about it, I thought, oh, this person will know how to make change, because he knows the root cause why we are so poor. So I was so unhappy about the situation, so I was eager to make change in Myanmar. Mm-hmm. I did not know many organizations have been working for democracy in Myanmar for many years. I did not know that, but I was thinking I can do something when I go back to Myanmar by myself to make change. I found it so funny after many years. Then I joined my trade unions organization, and then now I have been working for trade unions 17 years. We, not only me, my organization, people from my organization did not take rest. We always organize and send an underground movement. So I believe in trade unionism because I believe in the workforce. What can workforce do? Mm-hmm. Then I returned to Myanmar in 2012. I was witness about it because we can organize workers on the ground, not underground. On the ground, and we can negotiate with the employer, and we can bring a lot of achievement. For example, increase of the wage, and 1 day off in a week in social security fee, and we have zero tolerance policy on harassment against women. Whenever we face a case, we brought the case to the court because we have a lawyer. So we brought a lot of achievement in the first year. So I was so happy. It was motivated me a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, what I believe is true. So since the time I'm organized together with my colleague from my organization, had done a lot of organizing, education for workers. We trying to change the labor law because we did not have a labor law. Law doesn't protect the workers, trade union leaders and members. We have a lot of problems, but we try to help our workers by ourselves, by doing negotiation and strike a lot.
Yeah.
But after the coup, you know what we achieved? In Myanmar, in the last 8 years, it all gone. Now what happened to the workers? Workers earn only $1.5 per day.
$1.5
per day
at the moment.
Yes, with forced labor.
Yeah.
How the factory manage? They increase their production target and ask the workers to finish within 8 hours. Many workers become daily labor, so they are told if they don't finish the target, they will be dismissed. So workers have to work overtime, even on Sunday. Now 1 day off in the week is gone. Workers did not get leave at all, no holiday, we cannot talk about that. And the social security benefits is gone. So we believe that since the coup, trade union believe we need to fight the dictatorship. We don't accept the coup. So since that time, we organized the workers, since the military coup happened in February 2021. we organized workers to go for the demonstration against the coup. So at the time I was in Germany. I feel so helpless because I am far away from my people. But my organization need me to do advocacy work. So people here need to know what is happening in Myanmar, how you can support to the workers for the democracy in Myanmar. So I have been working for the advocacy for Myanmar. So my motivation was people inside, workers inside, because they are risking their life every day to fight the military, to remove the military, to bring back the justice and democracy in Myanmar.
Yeah, so outside, what can you tell us about life in Myanmar under the military dictatorship outside of the factories? What's life like for people maybe in the cities and also in the rural areas?
The life of the people in Myanmar. In Myanmar, we are in civil war. We have to say that because we have a armed conflict between the military dictatorship and ethnic armed group. We also have people defense forces. And people defense forces are formed by ordinary people after the coup. These people defense forces members are ordinary people who joined demonstration after the coup. So they were oppressed, many of them arrested and tortured to death. So they have to flee. Protesters have to flee to the ethnic area. Then they have to get the military training because the military, they keep burning down the villages. They burn people alive in many areas. So there was no people, no forces can help, can protect people in the village, in the township. So that there's a protester who received the military training, they form people defense forces and go back to their township and villages and protect their people. So farmers, they cannot grow at their feet because of the military torching and raid in the villages in many across the country. And the construction workers, they lost job because military control banking system. So the businesses cannot withdraw money as needed. So and also because of the armed conflict, the construction worker, many construction workers lost job. And the government worker also. Now it's very bad. The many workers were dismissed. And many became daily labor. There were 700,000 workers working in the government sector before the coup. But now we have about 230,000 workers only in government sector. So why? $1.5 per day is not enough for even 1%. So the women workers, they cannot feed to their family. So they have to find another job. And now we have more problem because of military announced the enforcement of military service law in February 10 this year. It is known as conscription law. It is a forced labor. So many workers were asked to go back to the villages to do the lottery. If they win, they have to serve for the military. And the many workers were threatened, they will be put in jail if they don't serve for the military. And they are asked to pay money if they don't go to jail or they don't want to serve for the military. So now many youth, not only government workers, youth in the country, they have to flee from the country to avoid serving for the military. So this is what happened to our people, especially to youth currently.
Yes, I was looking yesterday, so there's 3 million people internally displaced, and many more people, yeah, like you say, have left for Thailand and other countries. So I think we should, because this is like a kind of a fashion crowd and like, a garment crowd, I think we should talk about the strange link between the fashion industry, foreign capital, and foreign currency, and the military dictatorship, and these military jets and drones that are bombing the villages and townships. So what's the link between the fashion industry and the generals?
Fashion industry. Okay, I want to say two things. One is there are serious violations in the fashion industry in terms of forced labor, and the other violation like violation of freedom of association and harassment against women and men also, and a lot of violation. I don't go detail. You will know about the holiday, and I already explained about it. So the fashion brand who continue sourcing in Myanmar, they are contributing to human rights and trade union rights, worker rights violation in Myanmar. So they also paying tax. They pay taxes to the military also. They don't directly pay. They are factories that pay taxes to the military, and they give brands in the European Chamber of Commerce, the umbrella organization. They claim that they are not paying a lot of taxes to the military, but they pay. And also export volume per year is last year around $5 million. So the money go to the Myanmar. The Umbrella Association, European Chamber of Commerce say they are used for the worker salary. They say they need to stay in Myanmar to provide job for the workers. But my calculation, we have about, let's say, 400,000 workers last year. There were $5 million income from the export of the garment sector. I calculate how much it will cost for the worker salary. It is less than 6% of $5 million, where the rest of the money going. And then this is very important for you to know. The money go to Myanmar through military control banks. They all go to the military. All the businesses, the account owner are given instruction. They have to change the foreign currency into Myanmar jet within one day. So for the military, they have to print out Myanmar jet from the machine. Myanmar jet is nothing, no value. But having this foreign currency, they can buy more dual-use fuel and killing weapons and military vehicles. They can continue killing our people across the country. So they were, by killing people, oppressing people, they were rule the country for many more decades. So we have to stop this killing. And we have to, the international, the companies have to stop their investment in Myanmar, to stop financial flow to military region. And also governments have to stop the development program like education and health. The military destroy everything. What is the use of our people receiving this development program? They are no use, but only military have a benefit. So that's why we need the government to put sanction on Myanmar, especially financial sanction, to ban the usage of Myanmar banks. And also we want the government to give an instruction to their businesses who are sourcing in Myanmar to stop it.
Yes, it's hard to see how you defend sourcing from Myanmar at the moment when the money goes to the generals and then the generals go to Russia, China and India and then buy like helicopter gunships and drones and guns and things and use them so obviously to oppress an entire country of people. I think there's one thing that people might think is that, oh, you know, Khaing Zar, if the brands leave Myanmar, what about the jobs? What about the factories where they're sourcing? So does that worry you that the factories might close down and these people might not even have the $1.50 a day?
Yeah. Yes, I know many people from the abroad were worried about that when we called this brand to leave from Myanmar. But I already explained to you, in Myanmar, we had 700,000 workers working in that sector. But now, according to Manufacturing Employer Association, we have only 230,000 workers working in the sector. But the production in the garment sector increased twice than before the coup. Can you imagine how forced labor is increasing in Myanmar? And then you see workers are losing jobs, more than half in this sector. And because of construction law also, now workers have to leave their job. So for the employer, they just make an announcement to hire new worker, and they pay 75% of minimum wage, which is $1.2 per day, according to the law. Do you think it is good for the workers? Do you think brand continue their business in Myanmar good for the workers? No, not at all. But good for the brands. They have very cheap labor market.
Let's say which brands. Do you want to say which brands? Because everyone's walked here down Oxford Street. They've walked past these brands.
Yes, we documented over 400 cases. We saw over 120 brands sourcing in Myanmar, like H&M, Zara, Adidas, Lidl, Pull & Bear, OVS, Benetton, NYX, Primark. Even Primark, they announced they leave. But we still see their brand in our database of the violation. So all these brands, the big brands, are still continue in business in Myanmar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so we've got like maybe 1 minute left. So we should, we've got a big crowd here tonight. Like, what would you like people to do to support your work and to support the people of Myanmar?
I would say we have been calling brand to stop business in Myanmar, but now they don't care. They keep doing it, and now it is time to call buying out those brands who are continue sourcing in Myanmar. So I request you all to buying out the brands who sourcing in Myanmar, because they are contributing to human rights and worker rights violation in Myanmar. They are not doing due diligence in Myanmar. They are saying they are hiding due diligence in Myanmar. That is a lie. How they can do in Myanmar, country like Myanmar, under military dictatorship, and all the industry zones are under martial law. Workers who have spoken for their right were arrested by the military. And no rule of law in Myanmar, no dispute resolution mechanism in Myanmar, no representative of the worker in Myanmar. How they can do due diligence? Please point out them.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.